morning and thank you for joining us on FRHSTV at home. I'm Tim Quinn.
And I'm Ryan Lucht.
So Ryan, week 3 of FRHSTV at home. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm very excited. Very excited to get into all the news stories we have for today, including some news about the grab and go meal plan, the high school counselors working on projects for seniors, and some news on local businesses all over the country.
As well as interviews with Mr. Tomley and a local business owner.
And a segment from our own Brian Pampina.
Indeed, a lot to look forward to later on in the show. But for now, this is the news. If you're still interested in the grab-and-go meal distribution plan that we talked about last week, the Franklin Regional School District, along with Met's Culinary Management, is serving meals to any current Franklin Regional students or children age 18 or under who live in the Franklin Regional community. You do not need to be enrolled in the free and reduced lunch program to receive these meals. The distribution takes place each day from 11 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. near the patio entrance of the Franklin Regional Senior High School. Meal request forms and menus are available on the Franklin Regional website. We're always on the lookout for members of our community who are doing some great things for others. Our own Olivia Ciotti had the chance to talk to Mr. Chris Tomley, who is an Allstate insurance agent in Murrysville who recently organized a food donation that was very unique.
Hello, I am here with Mr. Chris Tomley, who is the owner of Allstate Insurance in Murrysville. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate you having me on today.
So, can you tell us a little bit about your recent project that you took on to help some local healthcare professionals?
Sure. So about a week and a half ago, I started trying to come up with an idea of what could I do to help during this pandemic, and what could we do? So I reached out to all of the Western Pennsylvania Allstate agents about a project, and what I was hoping to do was accomplish is to provide meals to the hospitals that are helping us with the pandemic, frontline. But what I learned and what I experienced is that there's so much more to the hospital. Everybody's doing their part. Everybody has a particular job, and each department supports each department. And what ended up happening was my original goal was to be able to come up with $2,000. That way I could go ahead and take care of at least 4 hospitals and provide 50 meals or box lunches for each hospital. Through the generous support of all the Allstate agents in Western Pennsylvania, I was able to collect a little bit over $4,300, and we ended up expanding to actually 8 hospitals and providing over 490 meals. So last Friday, on the 17th, we went ahead and through a bunch of small businesses that have restaurants, we used them to give back to them, to put money back into their business and everything, because everybody's with this lockdown. It's just one of those things. So the goal is to provide those lunches. So we worked with the small business owners to package all the meals, package all the lunches, and then through a delivery system using Allstate agents, we were able to deliver to approximately 8 hospitals and be able to feed roughly about 490 employees.
Wow, that's amazing. That's awesome, all the work that you're doing to help everyone. I mean, it's great to see that in this type of time.
Yes, well, I appreciate it, but I mean, at the end of the day, what I did was a very small thing. I mean, all the people that are at the hospital, between hospitals, EMTs, our police officer, all the services that are going on today, it's just such a small little thing that I did. They're the ones that do so much more on a daily basis, and they're the real heroes. So it was a nice project to do. It was very nice. It was enjoyable, but at the same time, it was a very rewarding project because you're giving back to all those people that are doing so much more. So thanks.
Yeah. Well, so now, was this something that your office came up with, or was this a part of like a bigger effort?
No, it was just something that I brainstormed. My office, I mean, we've completely gone 100% remote. We're open, but everybody's working from their house. As you sit there every day, watch the news, you hear about stories of what people are doing, what they're trying to do in the communities and everything. And what I just came up with was, what could I do to just make something happen? And I was able to send out an email, get a hold of over 45 different Allstate agents that were able to contribute. And by getting from their generosity and contributions, I just basically ran with it and figured out how to do that. And I worked directly with the hospitals to have them help me identify critical places where this type of thing would really benefit them. And so with the help and support of individuals from Allegheny Health Network as well as UPMC, we were able to take care of eight hospitals in and around the Pittsburgh area, and then a little bit up north all the way to Greenville.
Wow. So I think you might have already covered this, but what inspired you to do it?
Well, my dad, he's a retired pediatrician and was a pediatrician for over 45 years and everything. So, you know, that's one thing. But the other thing was, once again, as you watch everybody trying to do something, we're all stuck at home. How can we help out? And that's kind of what I kind of thought about. How can I help out? And it was a great project, and I was able to accomplish what I wanted to accomplish. But what's interesting enough is that the contributions and what that project became, I was only looking for 4 hospitals for $2,000. We went up to $4,300 and $4,300 and was able to support 8 hospitals. So there was a lot of satisfaction in that. But once again, just trying to do a small part where everybody else is doing so much more.
Yeah. Well, if people watching today want to help and get involved with some volunteer work, how can they do that, or what can they do?
You know what they can do is, I mean, if they wanted to run a similar project, I have all the contacts for all the hospitals. What was great was working with these individuals. They knew what departments were up next. They knew where or what hospital would benefit the most. If you think you want to do something like this, I'd be more than happy to field information or take phone calls, where they can just email me at christomley@allstate.com. The other thing I would say is, if they wanted to do the project on their own, just contact the hospital, contact the local police station, talk to them. Trust me, they're all open for options and everything, because at the end of the day, we're literally trying to do things to give back to them, and they all need our help right now.
Inspiring and great story. I really enjoyed listening to what you did for everybody. And even though it was a tiny thing, it helped so many people, you know, in the work field and everything like that. And we thank you so much for joining us today. And we hope that you and your family continue to stay safe. And we appreciate that you took your time out of your day to talk to us today.
You are completely welcome. Thank you again for having me on here, and best of luck to you and all the members of Franklin Regional High School, as well to the community of Murrysville as well. Thanks.
Thank you so much. All right, now let's head back over to Tim and Ryan for the rest of the show.
The high school counselors are working on a project for seniors. They would like to celebrate all that you've worked so hard for and the plans that you have for the future. All seniors are asked to send in a picture and after high school plans to Miss Pollock at spollock@FRSDK12.org to be featured in the Counseling Department's Senior Spotlight Series next week on our Google Classroom, our Instagram at FRCounseling, and on the website. Franklin Regional will be hosting the very first virtual Spirit Week next week from Monday, April 27th through Friday, May 1st. Tune into the Counseling Department's Google Classroom or Instagram each day for a reminder of that day's theme. Send in your pictures or tag at FR Counseling to be featured. Remember to use the hashtag FR Spirit Week if posting submissions of your own. The kickoff Spirit Day is Comfy PJ Day on Monday. Local businesses all over the country are struggling to stay afloat amidst the global pandemic. We recently had the chance to talk with one local business owner who is taking strides to keep her business up and running in creative ways.
Hello, I'm here with Melinda Bonney, who is the owner of the Wooden Loft in Murrysville. Her small business has been closed since Governor Wolf called for a stay-at-home order because of the COVID-19 virus. First, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Can you first tell us what your business offers during regular operations?
Sure. We're a DIY, do-it-yourself instructional workshop. So you can come in and make home decor for your house or for a gift for someone, and it's pretty customizable. You get to choose your colors, you get to choose your paint and your stain. We give you raw wood. That's what you start with, and then you sand it, stain it, paint it, and then you leave with a project that night.
And what have you done to comply with the stay-at-home order?
Well, we can't have workshops or parties anymore, so we came up with the idea to do some to-go workshops and some virtual workshops. So it limits our product selection a little bit because we can't offer everything we offer here at the store. Not everybody has the tools that we have here. So what we do is we kind of give you everything you need so that you can do it at home. And then you just come, we take it out to your car. There's no contact. We wear a mask and gloves. Everything's all wrapped up for you and in a bag and ready to go, and we just bring it out to you. You order online, and then you get to go home and do it yourself. Now, some people get together on a Zoom meeting, or they'll social distance themselves. I had a mom and a daughter who don't live together. They're adults, both adults, and they sat on their deck and were far enough apart that they could still do it and spend some time together. So it's good for people's mental health to do things that are creative. And I think that's helping some people too.
How have the customers responded to the new business practices?
It's pretty well. We've had a lot of our return customers and our regulars who really appreciate being able to do this because it's something they've been doing for a little while. But we've also gotten some new customers, and when people share out what they do, it gives some excitement to other people, and then they decide they would like to do it too.
Okay. What can the community do to help out local businesses like yours during this time?
Well, I think what I was just mentioning about sharing out and telling other people about what we do, and not necessarily that you would need to do a project now, which is always great. We have pickup scheduled on our website. You just go online, pick your date, pick your project, and then we have it ready for you. And we're doing that once a week. But just showing friends what you've done, telling them about it, and we have gift certificates available. You can also buy those, and those can be used for the DIY to-go kits as well.
What are some of the newest projects you have available right now?
We have some new spring and some new graduation projects. I'm going to grab them real quick for you. I'll show you. These are, this is a set of projects that you can do. When you order this, you get both pieces just for some home decor. We have several graduation projects. So this one has a place where you can put your picture in it, and then the name for your school is customizable, and then your name at the bottom is customizable, and you get to pick the colors you want. So this one just happened to be somebody from Fox Chapel, so we used Fox Chapel colors, but you can use any colors you'd like. These ones are more Franklin, Kiski oriented. And we also have a seniors. We did that one in plum colors because our business serves those communities. So that's why we kind of did one in each one, but you can pick what you would like to do.
Well, thanks so much. We hope you and your families continue to stay safe, and hopefully you can get back to business very soon.
Thank you very much.
All right, let's head back over to Tim and Ryan for the rest of the show.
If you're looking at colleges, Strive Virtual College Fair is happening now. You can connect with over 300 colleges and universities, visit with admissions officers, and sit in webinars. Morning and evening sessions are available. Go to www.strivescan.com/virtual for more information. The fair is available through May 8th. Video games are a great way to pass the time. They can even be used to help benefit others. Our own Brian Pampina explains a little more about a local student who is using his favorite video game to benefit his neighbors.
Hello, I'm Brian Pampina coming to you from my home. Today I will be covering a very uplifting story about elementary students in the Plumboro School District who played in a Fortnite video game tournament to raise over $2,000 for the Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank. The tournament was started by Jason Simonson, whose son Paxton plays the game daily with his friends. Simonson said that they were all sitting on the couch one day, seeing about fundraisers happening all over the country for food banks. His son and other boys were yelling at each other about who's better at Fortnite. So he thought, let's turn it into something productive. Simonson and his wife, Jessica, went to GoFundMe and launched their fundraiser on March 27th. The first round of the tournament began April 5th. With over 30 kids that wanted to play in the tournament, the buy-in started at $10, which got players a spot in the winner's bracket. If that player lost, they were done. A loser's bracket was also created, and kids could pay another $10 to have the option to keep playing. The Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank has said Pittsburgh food banks, along with others across the country, are strained because of the amount of people who recently lost their jobs due to the pandemic. The food bank held its 5th drive-up food distribution at its headquarters in Duquesne, serving 861 vehicles in 3 hours. About half an hour before noon, vehicles were backed up onto Route 837. The money from the 4-night tournament will go directly to the Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank, but the nonprofit won't be the only winner. Simonson plans to crown a winner of the tournament at the end of April. In addition to bragging rights, the winner will receive a $50 gift card to GameStop. What a great way to spend your time in quarantine. This is Brian Pampina with Video Game News. Stay safe, everyone.
Franklin Regional High School has recently been named a 2020 Best High School by the U.S. News and World Reports. U.S. News numerically ranked nearly 18,000 schools nationwide this year. Franklin Regional ranked in the top 40% in the nation and was ranked number 11 in the Pittsburgh area. Great job to the entire Franklin Regional community for adding to and supporting such a great district. Students everywhere are still trying to make college decisions and choices for careers later in life. One counselor from a local trade school is trying to help students examine careers in a virtual world.
Hi everyone, I'm Elena Devlin, and I'm here with Mrs. Megan Tomley, who is a school counselor at Forbes Road Career and Technology Center and a member of our Franklin Regional community. Thank you for joining us today, Mrs. Tomley. First, how are you and your family, and how are you doing at the stay-at-home situation?
We are doing good. I would say my children have adjusted to it pretty well. So just busy house with 2 of us working from home and the 2 kiddos online, but it's going good.
Can you tell us a little bit about what you do at Forbes CTC and how your job has changed in this new online environment?
Yes, I am the counselor at Forbes Road. So my main gig, I guess, while I'm there is to take care of the students, be available if they need anything, and also just to be helping if there's any barriers to their success, making sure that I'm helping them work through those. And also for example, if the Franklin students attend Forbes, I am the go-between. I kind of bridge the gap between the districts and Forbes, and I'm constantly talking to the awesome counselors at Franklin, as well as my other sending districts. It certainly has been a challenge counseling from afar, but number one has just been trying to be reaching out to students, letting them know how to get a hold of me, as well as making sure I'm getting resources into their hands. So just making sure the students, when they're needing stuff, they know how to get a hold of me and being available when they're needing me, as well as being there for the teachers and my sending schools, just making sure everyone's doing okay and being available when they need me.
We know you've recently begun posting some online videos of career speakers. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, the virtual career fair was something I thought of the very first week of closure. Now, I certainly did not expect us to be closed for the rest of the school year. My first goal was to present to the students every day of school closure a new career. And it was just a way to be helping them continue their career exploration, as well as just give them something to think about, have something different pop up on their news feed each day, just to give them something to think about. And I do feel that hearing other students or other people's career stories is a great way for people to learn about what they may be interested in. So it started pretty much soon after school initially closed. Those first 2 weeks, I started reaching out to professionals and asking them to tell me their story so that I can share with my students.
Can anybody access these videos, or do you have to be a student at Forbes?
Yes, anybody can. What I've been doing is I've been posting one career each day. So initially being posted on my Counselor Tomley Instagram page. It's just Counselor_Tomley. And pretty much, obviously, anyone can follow me on that. In addition, my school, the Forbes Road Career and Tech Center, are posting the videos on their Facebook and their Instagram. Eventually, we will be uploading it on our website to have it all kind of comboed together. But right now, what I'm doing is I'm posting one career a day. And again, just for students, as they're sitting at home and they're, maybe bored or something, a new career may pop up on their news feed, on their social media, and just give them something to talk about. So anybody can access it on the Instagram page, the Counselor_Tomley Instagram page. That's where I'm posting about one a day.
If there's anyone watching right now that may want to be part of the career speaker videos, how do you suggest they do it?
They can, and that would be awesome. I must admit, I am having a lot of fun getting my videos. I've gotten videos from an alumni from Las Vegas yesterday. One of my close friends growing up sent me one from all the way in California. A lot of local people have sent them. If anyone would be interested, they could, I guess the easiest way, you could email me at my Forbes Road email, which is just megant@forbesroad.com. That's megant@forbesroad.com. Or if you're on the Instagram page, which is where you can see a lot of the other people's videos and get an idea as to what I'm talking about, you could message me through that Instagram account. And I will add, because I know it can be a little daunting to take a video of yourself, they're very simple. As you can see, if you look on there, just 1 to 3 minutes filmed on your cell phone, just a quick little snippet as to what you do in your career, how you got there, and what a day in your life and your career looks like. So it can be daunting to videotape yourself doing something like that, but it is just a 1 to 3 minute little video clip. And again, just to give the kids something to think about.
Well, thank you so much. We hope you and your family continues to stay safe, and we appreciate you talking with us today.
Oh, thank you for having me. I was looking forward to it.
All right, well, let's head back over to Tim and Ryan for the rest of the show.
One way to try to de-stress during our quarantine at home is through music.
Our own Hamza Malik makes his FRHSTV at-home debut to tell us a little more in his music segment.
Thanks, guys. Forget about taking the mask off, which was stated by Future in his hit song Mask Off. In the face of the global coronavirus pandemic, his current organization, the Free Wishes Foundation, has been making protective masks for healthcare workers, patients, communities, and people who don't have easy access to them. Future and the Free Wish Foundation announced the Mask On campaign after realizing that many people without the basic protective tool could save their lives, especially the people in the front line facing the disease every day. We started seeing stories about doctors saying that they had reused their masks and that some were getting infected because they didn't have the proper equipment. In other news, Cardi B, who claims to have the voice of the people, had another sit-down with Bernie Sanders to discuss some of the country's issues, only this time it wasn't in a nail salon in Detroit. The rapper and former presidential candidate live-streamed a new conversation to talk about the coronavirus. When Cardi asked Sanders when he thinks the country will return to normal, the senator revealed that everything that is going to go down will be a lot differently than others may presume. Nobody knows exactly what will happen, and it will probably happen in different times, different places in the country, and not all at once. That's all I have for you guys. Peace.
We would love to see some clips of what you guys are doing to pass the time during quarantine.
You can send us your short video clips of things you're doing while you're at home at shstv@franklinregional.k12.pa.us, and we'll try to air a few of those next week.
That's right, everybody. But for now, make sure you stay safe. And if you're seeing anything good happening around you, make sure you let us know.
Make sure to tune in next Friday for our next episode. But for now, I've been Ryan Lucht. Make sure to have a good weekend.
And I have been Timothy J. Quinn. The J stands for Just Look at Me. I'm on my second quarantine haircut already. Have a good weekend, Panthers.